Hey everybody, this is Brownie from earlier. As you guys know, I was responding to a specific YouTuber earlier, and she felt the need to react to me also with the wrong reaction. So now I have to return back to my screen to provide you guys with the right one. Now, for those of you who may just be tuning in or simply clicking on this video first and not the other ones and don't feel like backtracking, that's okay. Let me get you a little up to date to what's going on. This lovely woman, or hoe, slut, bitch, whatever you want to label her ass as, she has been called all of the fucking above because she used to be in that business of hoeing any goddamn way. I'm not sure how to even pronounce her goddamn name. It's too ghetto for me to even try. But you see it in the goddamn title description. She thought it was cute and appropriate to pretend to be pregnant to keep her ex-fiance around, which didn't even work, by the way. So instead, she tried to have her 17-year-old daughter try and cuss him out about him breaking up with a crazy bitch. And when he tried to share his story online, she tried to get all the feminist bitches to attack his ass and even used her daughter as bait also. To even put icing on the fucking cake, the podcast that she had with her and her daughter speaking about this ex-nigga of hers, she had pictures of them two as a couple being played throughout the video while her ass is talking shit about the nigga to try to put guilt trips on people. I ain't with the bullshit. I know exactly what this old ass, lame ass, single parent thinking bitch did. And I have no fucking patience for no fucking trick like that. None at all. So thank you for visiting my page, sweetheart. And please make sure to tell your fellow counterparts to visit it too. So maybe they can get some real fucking opinion and some real honesty from a goddamn YouTuber, unlike your goddamn self. It's ridiculous how fucking shameful your ass is. Look at who the fuck you are. Look at who the fuck you're trying to have your daughter become. Look at who the fuck you just had walk out the goddamn door. And you think you have the space and opportunity and knowledge and experience to share the bullshit onto more people to fuck their lives up to. This is so ridiculous. I should be the one addressing you respectfully as an elder, and I can't even do that. I don't even know if your daughter even does that. I'd be surprised if she refers to you by your fucking label as mom every time. I'm sure you've been okay with and probably even laughed at her ass calling you by your damn first name, thinking the shit's cute. I need to let you know something very clearly. Once you hit a certain age, there's certain words that shouldn't even be in your vocabulary anymore. Generally speaking. Once you get a certain age, that reason is because you hit a certain maturity point to where you no longer even see those words as something that you should even use in your daily course of action. You should not be trying to compete and equate yourself with your fucking 17-year-old daughter. That's how the fuck her ass ends up like Kanika. Understand that shit. I don't need to go to a little comment section and leave some shit. If you would like to have a very professional and woman to feminist conversation, we can. We can. Because unlike your daughter and unlike Tommy Sotomayor, because I'm neither, I'm not about to allow you to deflect and lie while talking to me about any goddamn thing. I'm also not going to allow you to visit my channel without me addressing what the fuck you said, bitch. So now what? That little comment you left really wasn't anything. It's in the thumbnail, by the way. Normally when people really don't have anything to come back with me, they always try to go for something that's going on in the video or, face value. Which really is so terrible given her fucking age. I thought she would have came a little harder at me than that. I've only heard this bitch story for a total of maybe an hour or so. And I can come at her ass with shit. I know she didn't even tell me, but I know based off of who the fuck she is and how she lives, it has occurred in her goddamn life at least one time. Unfortunately, too many black women fall in this goddamn category. And it becomes even more unfortunate for the fucking black women who are not even trying to be in this realm, period, of hoe shit, of Cardi B shit, of Sierra shit, of China trend shit. Not every black woman is with that shit. I am certainly not with the bullshit, as you can clearly see. I don't have the time for it. This is an engagement ring. I know it's my milf, who gives a fuck. But I don't have the time for the bullshit, and I know there's other women who don't. Unfortunately, they do get silenced a lot on YouTube and Facebook, in part because anything that go against feminism, white supremacy, girl code, any of that shit, is all gonna be bad. And again, that's why I made my new channel called Anti-Girl Code. I'm going to start posting videos and shit on there also. Just to gain a little bit more awareness around that phrase, Anti-Girl Code. Anti-girl code, anti-girl code. This shit really needs to happen fast in the black community. Things are so misconstrued. I am not sure where to begin. How bad it really is for our community, irregardless of financial status. And that's the saddest part. You normally think that niggas get it together once they get some type of money, once they can get away, mind their business. No. Bitches still want to be 21 years old and they're damn near 40. Sharing emails that they had between them and whoever else just to try to instigate shit. Bitches like her, again, who are about to reach 40, still don't have one of these on. But she has the time to lie. I gotta tell you guys, one of her newer videos, I think it's the longer one. She claimed that the first part cut off, it was only 25 minutes, and after that, it's like over an hour. Click that one. Her ass was trying to straight up lie, saying that the ring that she had on was her celibacy ring. You know, somebody tried to catch her real early on in the show, trying to ask her about if she was single or some shit. But, you know, she has to remember that she's pregnant right now until she's ready to come out with that lie or another lie that she's not pregnant no more. Give it like maybe 2 weeks. Less. Or until a man comes at her the right way and now she's not pregnant no more. Now she's officially not pro-life no more. It's ridiculous to even fathom that someone is trying to call themselves pro-life, but you was a hoe. Wouldn't you have to be on birth control in order to do that kind of business? But you're pro-life. It's very, very ironic. You can't even have a simple conversation with people like that because they live in contradiction and they don't want to be told differently, because then they have to fix and simply resolve and address all the conflict and lies they impose on everybody around them and themselves. And a lot of times when you're a bitch like her and you've been doing it for quite some time, even you're now passing it down to your daughter, it's overflowing, she still can't get a clue. She still thinks that what she's doing is okay. She still thinks that she's the victim in the situation with her and her ex-fiance. She still thinks that she was right for involving her 17-year-old minor daughter in a situation with her ex, who isn't even related to the daughter. It's not like it was her, like, teacher or, you know, some random ass shit I can come up with that, you know, would clarify anything between these two. They have no relation, nothing mutual, nothing in common except for her old ass. And again, just based on the way that she was speaking to her daughter and even speaking about the guy, because my mom would do this sometimes too. She will voice her opinion to me and my sister sometimes, or at least in the past, in a way to where I would feel a lot of like friendship vibes that she was trying to, you know, give. So, you know, of course, you know, you get an inch, you take a mile. She will try to cut us off and be like, you know, oh, no, I'm not your friend. Don't talk to me like that. I'm not one of your friends at school. Shit like that. But they know what they do. As a mom, you know how you carry yourself in front of your kids. We all know the rule about monkey see, monkey do. So if your child is only exposed to you, is only influenced by you, is only around you, around the damn clock, or if they're not at school, they're with you, you are basically the only impression that they're having on life outside of their home. And that's going to be their main impression. And a lot of times it's going to be a mirror impression. And for her, that's not going to be really good. Her daughter, Dominique, is not going to work out for her at all. It's not working out for her right now. And it's really unfortunate, again, that this woman is training her daughter to be single. And when I say that, I don't mean single like you can still prospect. What I mean is every single relationship that she's going to have is not going to work out because she does not have the mental understanding or the mental understanding of a social construct for a relationship to work in a black household to occur. She doesn't have that at all. And she won't have that listening to her dumbass mama. She won't ever get it. I don't even know what the situation is with her father. Hopefully he is alive, so maybe she can get some type of insight from him. But then again, just based on the way, again, that the relationship is, I'm going to assume that the dad is not necessarily that directly involved. And I also think that that's at the fault of her mom again. It's always going to be the mom's fault in this situation. I'm not going to blame the man for shit. You're not going to hear any feminist talk coming out of me for shit. I don't have the damn time. I don't agree with the shit. It's ridiculous. The number of men, black men, that have to go through court cases, jail time, fucking public embarrassment, child custody situations, and, legal kidnapping, basically. If your fucking baby mama takes your child away from you, you don't know where the fuck your child is, that's kidnapping. Fuck being the mom. Again, before you were pregnant, the sperm was inside the man. So it was his child before anything. I don't want to hear anything about the woman you need the woman in order for it to formulate. I don't want to hear that. You need the sperm for it to be a baby. Period. If there's no man, there's no baby. And that's not something that needs to be debated. And that's not even anything that's debatable. That's the whole point of this world being made with two genders, two body parts. It isn't rocket science. One is a stick and one is a hole. Which one are you? It's not a matter of what you feel like being today. It's just, if you were to open your legs, what would exist there? Not after the doctor touched it, not when you do this, not any of that bullshit. I hate that America has become a very specific and particular place when speaking about any important topic. It's like, in order for people to simply not talk about it, people try to get all particular and shit about it, and then try to lose the full fucking focus of the entire argument, and it just becomes pointless again. I just need women out there. Men also, but still, I want to do this for the women because I'm not here on YouTube to check men. I'm here on YouTube to check my fellow black women. We need to get it together. I don't want to hear anything about the niggas ain't getting together or niggas ain't shit, the niggas are fuckboys and they whatever. We produce the boys. We raise them in single parent households, so we are fully to blame for this shit, okay? If you want to say, oh, well, Not everybody's raised in a single parent household. Okay, we know that. Not everybody is even raised in a homosexual parent's household. We know that. But we also know that a lot of black families consist of single mother households. And we know a lot of those households in that demographic don't really come out too well at the end. Whether they want to say because the father wasn't around, normally that's because of the mom, or because the mom was too stressed to take care of the kids alone, because that's the mom's fault. She chose to be alone. She didn't have to have kids either. That's what people keep on. Kids don't magically appear out of the blue. Humans over the age of at least 18, they know this shit. But in order to try to make an excuse stick, we try to forget like real details about the world. And it's really crazy that we're doing this shit. It's really weird. But shit, I didn't want to spend too much time on this video about the same lame ass 712 view bitch and her worn out ass celibacy miles. I don't want to. It's fucking hilarious. It's comic relief when I see women like her online, on the street, trying to tell other women or just complain in general about what they man doing. It's like, bitch, look at you. You should be happy a motherfucker even looked your way. It's really sad. I don't like to voice things in a way to where it sounds like degrading or negative, but at the same time, all black women do when speaking about black men is speak negatively or in a way to degrade them. So I can't keep on trying to correct myself for a group of people who won't even do it for themselves, for their own people, for their own sons, their own husbands. That to me is quite saddening. But you guys, please make sure to share your thoughts on this situation with the feminist movement and just what's going on with it. This is like beyond ridiculous. That's what I also want to mention. The woman is not unattractive by far. She is quite a pretty lady. And it's very, very, very disturbing to see a woman so attractive do something like that to a man. And it's not disturbing because of her. It's disturbing because of men trying to become interested in black women. And like I said, bitches like her exist all over the place. So if they come across enough hoes like her and they all had around the same level of attractiveness, the assumption is that the prettier, the crazier. And this is already a saying. So I don't really, it goes without saying. In other words, I'm not trying to put out any new ideas. Most of the shit that I say is already been, said more than enough times, but apparently people aren't catching it. So I'm just going to keep on trying to say it to you guys. I mean, damn. But nonetheless, I don't mind repeating it because I know bitches like her, again, exist all over the place. They're a main influencer of the U.S. consensus for black women. And at this point, like, there are some black men, they're not even soft. They just don't really want to argue or don't really think that there is women who aren't like that exist and who are still black at the same time. They become slightly submissive and okay and accepting of the behavior that these women are engaging in, which is also ridiculous. Some women, I don't really like to say this, but it's true. Some women need the shit slapped out of them, or the hoe slapped out of them, if that's a better way of putting it. Again, some of these women have lived in single parent households and raised their kids in single parent households. So they missed out on those ass whoopings as a child. And those life lessons that clearly weren't learned, that were supposed to be taught by their father. And that's the whole point of having the other parent. It's not just for the sperm. It's not for the child support, bitch. And it's not just a disposable person. It's not. Because if you think that the man that you slept with is disposable and only worth having children with, think of what the next generation of women are going to think about your son if you have boys. Why would you want your daughters to perceive men that way? If you know, number one, you need men to even have kids to begin with. Two, you wouldn't be celibate if you weren't interested in having a man. The whole point of being celibate is to wait for a man. Now, if you didn't want a man, you wouldn't be celibate. Anyway, it's just very, very straightforward. And I just, for me, I can, listen to different speakers and shit and filter out truth from fiction. Other black people, because they haven't had that exposure yet, they have a little more trouble trying to find like actual valid content online. So they will think that someone like her is actually a decent example of what a real woman is versus somebody like me. A lot of women, when I do speak to them in person about these kind of ideas, I don't really feel a emotion of disagreement. Sometimes I feel like they more so don't want other people to know that they agree with me because they know it's against girl code. But at the same time, they know the rules. If you have a father, you know what the fuck the truth is. When you don't, it's very hard to filter out the bullshit. And sometimes you start teaching the bullshit. Like her. And that's really where things are going to get really fucked up and tricky. And they don't need to be. Not saying that she shouldn't be allowed to speak her mind or whatever. I don't give a fuck about what the fuck she's saying. But that's not the problem. The issue certainly digs way deeper than that. And again, with black people, you have to take things very slowly because they don't have the mental capacity and they haven't trained their brain to understand long streams of ideas at one time when it's thrown at them, because all they really do in their daily course of activity is the same as repetitive schedule of work or school or, sitting at home with kids. Who fucking knows? That, which doesn't really encourage the brain at all. It's no mental learning. It's no mental strengthening. It's nothing. People don't even really listen. In music, again, the quality of music has gone down so dramatically over the decades. If you're listening to 2017 music in 2017, then you are losing brain cells every moment you're awake. And that's all I can really say about that. But still, nonetheless, there's people who do it. And I don't like to fully dismiss people from my life like that when I know they clearly need some type of guidance and shit. But if I'm not the right person to do it, then I can't really say too much about that beyond suggesting someone else. I mean, me personally, like I said, I listen to speakers online to get more ideas and impressions. And most of them are normally men. Again, I'm somebody, I was raised to not want to listen to a man, okay? So, the women understand exactly what the fuck I meant. Again, I'll say it again. I was raised to not listen to a man. If my dad called me, I would come in there mugging hella hard. That's how I was raised. period. But I had enough sense not to talk back to his ass because he wasn't scared. Okay, that's just what the fuck it was. Wasn't scared. I don't mean of me. I meant of CPS. At the time, CPS wasn't even being called any goddamn way. Again, they instilled fear pretty well in kids back in the day. Nowadays, kids will threaten to call the police if they parents even dare try to discipline them properly. It's fucking crazy. Would all be going down. I just can't believe it. But nonetheless, guys, if you haven't already, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Again, I have the other channel entitled Anti-Girl Code. So please be sure within the next few weeks or so. I haven't posted anything yet to visit the channel. And also, like I said, I still find it funny that people do this. If you would like to share feedback, you can share it. I can still see the comments after they're deleted. So, and I don't mean that they're negative. I mean that people will compliment the video and have it up for a while and then take it down like their girlfriend saw it or some shit. You know what I mean? And people need to stop trying to secretly agree with the truth, if that's the best way of putting it, because that's what I'm really getting from this situation. I'm also getting that even with the topics that I do cover, because being woke is such a trendy thing also, unfortunately, right now, just the idea of being in that kind of setting with, you know, black people sharing wisdom, whatever kind of wisdom it is, you know, being woke can be woke. Woke has many definitions. But I don't want to keep rambling, guys. So again, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe and like and share. I'm out of here for today. And again, if you guys have any topics that you want me to cover, I don't mind speaking about them. Margaret, I do remember you talking to me about the damn weather stuff. I'm still doing my research on that, since I'm more so leaning towards the problems of the community rather than problems of the fucking nation, let alone world. I really don't like often to go into conversation about natural weather disasters that were influenced by, you know, white superpowers. I don't really like to go into that because I would prefer to have the proper terminology established in my own mental to make sure I can properly convey the shit to you guys. As of right now, I'm still simply trying to understand the process. And I'm also trying to understand the evolution of what they've been doing and what direct effects it's been having. Because I know it was a volcano that erupted in Bali the other day, if not today. Who knows? But still, I think it had a lot to do with what the fuck's going on that I keep trying to explain to people. A lot of things aren't just, you know, random. We all know the fucking shooting at Las Vegas certainly wasn't random. That was certainly scheduled. But like I said, I'm running out of time here. But thanks for visiting, guys. Again, this is Brownie Smiles here. Have a good night.